everyone. I thought today we would play off of the E major pentatonic scale today and do this little riff, these few little riffs, and put them together. And once you learn them, you can put them together any way you want and just play spontaneous with it. But there's certain things that if you learn those patterns or those scales, they will help guide you so that you can explore and find all kinds of sounds that will be fun to play. And in this case, we're playing a bluesy tune, and we're using the E major pentatonic scale in 2 of the 5 positions, because there's like 5 positions. And the 2 that I'm using is the 2nd position and the 4th position. And you don't have to get all caught up in that. You just have to learn even pieces of it, and it'll help you. But I'm going to show them to you today. And then what I'm going to do is show you how I don't just sit there and play a pentatonic scale. What I do is I play pieces of it, just little short parts of it. And in this case, that right there is from the E major pentatonic scale. I'm just sliding into it, and I'm kind of sliding back and forth in it, and it brings out that sound. But it's from the E. Those 2 notes right there are from the E major pentatonic scale, because this is it right here. But you notice I'm not playing that whole thing. I'm just playing the first 2 strings. I mean, you could pick up the 3rd string, slide into that too, I suppose, but I'm just doing this. Slide up, I'm starting about the 5th fret on the 2nd string, and just playing the 9th fret, and then I'm moving over here to the 7th fret on the 1st string. That's what I'm doing, just sliding to it, and then I can back up on it. You hear that? Or if you want, like I said, you could start up here with strings 2 and 3. I like this. It's simple, and to me, it gets what I want. Because it's the E major pentatonic scale, of course, it goes good with your E. In this case, I'm playing E7, right? So you do that. See that? So you see, what I do is hammer on the E7. I'm doing a pinch here with these 2 fingers. I'm playing 2 strings, and it sounds like that. But I use the full form of the E7th because that hammer-on is going to create some of the chord as well. Hear that? Pinching strings 4 and 6. And then if I go up here and get this 3rd fret on the 2nd string, which is actually a D note. If I do that, my ring finger or my middle finger is plucking that, and my ring finger takes care of string 1. Okay. So that kind of fits. But if you think about this, there's a pentatonic scale up here on the 2nd fret, or excuse me, yes, it starts on the 2nd fret for the E major pentatonic scale. It's the 2nd position, and it looks like this. I'm putting the chart up there for you. And one of the things, if you look at that scale, there's something that stands out to me that's easy to remember. It's a pattern that's easy to remember that goes with E. It's the fact that 2 to 4 on the 6th string, 2 to 4 on the 5th string, and 2, fret 2 to 4 on the 4th string. You notice they're all lined up. They're all together. You're at the same frets. You're just moving your strings. And that's 3 of the strings being covered there for the E major pentatonic scale, right there for the 2nd position. What's nice about knowing that, I think, is that if this is for E, if I was playing an F, I'm going to borrow my F chord. You can play it this way too, but I'm borrowing it. That would mean that if I move that up 1 fret, there we have the F major pentatonic scale in the first 3 strings. And if I go up here to the G, there it is there. That comes in handy. We move up to A. There's A. There's the pentatonic scale for it. And I'm just using that part right here of a major pentatonic scale. In this case is an E, and as you move it up, it can go along with your chording. So if you're hitting an A, just move up. And those first 3 strings, you can play off of that. But what's really neat is, here's the E, right? The E string, the high E, also is 2 and 4. So there's 4 of them. The only ones you have to remember that get a little strange is the 2nd string and the 3rd string, right? Here's the 2nd string. And then the 3rd string starts on the 4th fret, goes down to the 1st. 5, 2, 4, 1. Okay, so that's the oddball, and you can see the chart up there. But it's good to remember that because it just comes in handy. And when you're playing, it will help you to play off of it so that you can bring in some different layers to the blues that you're playing. I think it's a lot of fun. But an interesting thing about remembering these 2 strings here, this 2nd string and the 3rd string, is that if you play, here's a D chord, right? And if we want to play an E, all we have to do is move up 2 frets. Of course, that D shape now is making an E, but you'll notice that the pentatonic scale is now up here on the, it's now up here on the 5th fret, which is part of that scale. And then this part of the E, the D shape, starts the other part, the part that, those are the odd parts, right? But you can see the shape is following for these 2 down here. So I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but take a look at that shape and how it will help you, guide you to remember. See it? There it is there. Okay, because that's an E right there. I don't know if that'll help you or not, but it helps me to see it and to remember it. And so I'm just throwing it out there. Whether you get that or not, I don't know. Anyways, my mind just thinks like that. I can't help myself. But I need little patterns and to remember things, and I reference them to go to them quickly so that I don't make a mistake. So now down here, that first part that we're playing, this, like I said before, is part of the major pentatonic scale for E, and it's in the 4th position Okay, so there's three other positions. I'm just showing you two today, okay? But if you can get these down, they'll help you in finding your way around the fretboard. This one, the shape of it's a lot easier to remember because this is a string 9, 7, 9, or fret 9, 7, 9, 7 for the first two strings. And then it's 9, 6, 9, 6 for the next two strings. And it goes back to 9, 7, 9, 7, okay? And that's the E major pentatonic scale in the fourth position. And so when you're playing the blues, I'm going to A here. There's B. What I did down here was I just fretted 12th fret strings 1 and 2, and then took my middle finger, started here on the 12th fret on the 4th string, then I went to the 11th fret with my first finger, and you notice I'm picking down here with my thumb, and the just strings 2 and 1. I'm pinching. So there we are on the 10th fret now. 12, 11, 10, B, 7th. Okay, I mean, you can do it up here too. Okay, I'm just doing it here because I'm comfortable with these bar chords. And then go back to your E7th. So you got that? So this is what we sound like now. There's the A. There's the B7th. All right, so there we have it. So I thought I'd share that with you today. So sit down, take a look at those pentatonic scales, go over them, try to remember them. And if you remember anything, remember these first, the 6, 6, 5, and 4 string, because it's all the same. Or see? So isn't that great? It's awesome. And so then you can come up here. And by the way, the reason why I can do this down here is because the 5th position falls up here. We won't go over that right now, but it's a lot of fun to learn to play the blues, and you sit down with somebody and you get to just explore and try different things and bring out different sounds. But when you know these patterns, then you start throwing them in. There's so many different ways you can toss it up and make it sound like something and have some fun with it. So I hope that helps you, and I hope it didn't confuse you. And if you have any questions, send me a note. I'll try to answer it, and as best I can, and with what knowledge I have too. I'm not an expert. Somebody told me one time an expert is a spurt that's a has-been. I think there's a certain amount of truth to that. That's how I feel sometimes. But I know enough that if I share it with others, it makes me feel good to think it helps you out too. So we're going to leave it right there. And don't forget, members, we have a Zoom call coming up on the 28th. Today I sent out links to everybody. So if you didn't get one and you want to be part of that, you need to send me an email because I messed up and missed you. Or maybe I didn't get an email from you. But send it to me. Email is always in the description. And every one of my videos has the email in the description. So just take a look and send me that email. Tell me you want to be part of that Zoom call, and let's have some fun with that. All right. So we're going to leave it right there. And, oh, by the way, it's for members only on that Zoom call, just so you know. I can't do it for everybody, or it would be too big. We wouldn't get anything done. All right. I'm going to leave it right there, and I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in this world.